Good morning, class. Welcome back to the another session. In our previous class, we have studied about value and price. In our today's topic, we are going to study about goods and services. So, first of all, what do you mean by goods? So here, goods means any commodity which we can see, we can feel, and we can touch. So goods means goods means an commodity or product which has physical existence. For example, mobile phone, telephone, TV, computer, all these are considered as a goods. Why? Because it has, here the main point is physical existence. Any product or any commodity which has physically existed, which we can see, we can observe, we can feel, then we can say that it is falls under goods. There are many types of goods which we are going to study later. So I hope you are clear with the topic. This topic, goods. Goods means a commodity or a product which has physical existence. Okay. Now we are going to see services. What do we mean by services? So here, service means what? Service in general we are considering goods and services in same. But in economics there is a separate definition of both these goods and services. So here service means providing service which has no physical existence. For example, education, service provided by the teacher to the students, which falls under services. We generally include education, service from the doctor, all these things, all these services falls under this service. When there is no existence of a service, for example, there are some categories of services: no physical existence, can't see, we can't see service, can't feel. I am providing you education, I am giving you knowledge, so you can't see the transmission of knowledge from my side to you. So we can't see the service, we can't feel it. We can't touch. We can't touch service. For example, mobile phone. In goods, you can touch, you can see, you can feel the mobile phone. On the other hand, you can't touch education, you can't feel education, you can't see education. You can only endure the education. You can feel that yes, you are getting education, you are getting knowledge. So but you can't do all these three things. Okay. So these are the main difference between service and goods. So now we are going to study types of goods. In that, first type is tangible goods and intangible goods. So here tangible goods and intangible good is the first type of goods. Okay, tangible good is what? The goods which we can see, which we can feel, is that falls under tangible goods. For example, mobile, chair, machinery. All these things are tangible. Tangible here, tangible means what? Tangible means there is a physical existence of that commodity or a product which known as tangible goods. Mobile phone, chair, machinery, all these things have physical existence which we can see, which we can touch, which we can use. On the other hand, what are intangible goods? Those goods which are not, which we cannot see are known as intangible goods. For example, sunlight, environment, these things we cannot touch. We just can we can feel this sunlight, we can feel the sunlight, but we cannot touch the sunlight. Environment, as you all know, environment is itself invisible. We cannot see, we cannot touch environment. We can feel these things. Generally, intangible and tangible basically means that we cannot touch that things or that product, or you can say that good. So this is the first type of goods, that is tangible goods and intangible goods. Second type of good is durable goods and non-durable goods. What do you mean by durable and non-durable goods? Here, durable means what? The goods which can which we can use for a longer period of time, or which has a longer durability. For example, mobile phone, machinery, chair. All these, there are various examples, but these three examples which we can see that all these three can be used for the longer period of time without getting damaged or without getting perishable. Without perish, we can use these three things for a longer period of time. So we can see that all these three things are durable. On the other hand, non-durable goods are those goods which can be available for the shorter period of time, or you can say that those goods which are usable for a short period of time. For example, vegetables. Dairy products, vegetables and dairy products, these are the examples of non-durable goods. So as you all know that vegetables are rotten after few days, and on same for this dairy product, we can only use within the prescribed period. For 2 days or for within a 3 days you have to consume the product, otherwise it get rotten. The third type is economic and non-economic goods. So as I already discussed, economic means what? Economic goods and non-economic goods. Economic goods are those goods which have exchange value, which have exchange value and exchange use. When you are acquiring any product or any commodity by giving or by paying money, then we can say that that type of good is economic good. On the other hand, what do you mean by non-economic good? Non-economic goods are those goods which we get without paying any price. For example, air, sunlight. These are the examples of non-economic goods. This falls under non-economic goods. Why? Because we are not paying any price for this air or sunlight. We are getting in huge quantity and without paying any price. So these are the examples of economic and non-economic goods. I hope you all clear with this point. Now we are moving towards the next point, that is private goods and public good. So here private and public goods. What do you mean by private and public goods? Here public goods and private goods means that, for example, I am having this phone. This is my private phone. Why? Because I have paid the price for this and only I can use this phone. On the other hand, examples, private phone. Private phone. Here private good means what? There is a ownership of only one individual. On the other hand, public goods, public garden, temple, railway station. Public gardens, temple, railway station, all these things are fall under public goods because there is no single owner. This is for public. Here the owner is public, this is for public, and we can say that all these three goods falls under public goods. Because why? Because at a one time all the individuals or all the people can use this temple, gardens or station for their benefit or their personal uses. On the other hand, private phone. This is the private phone for whom those individual who has paid price for that phone. We can say that that phone belongs to that person. The fifth type is consumer goods and producer goods. What do you mean consumer goods and producer goods? First of all, let me clear the concept of consumer and customer. Just a second. Okay. This was the question which was asked by the interviewer to me, that what is the difference between consumer and a customer. So first of all, let me clear this point. So what do you mean by consumer? Here consumer means what? When the individual or a person purchase goods for his own consumption, for his own use, then we can say that that is consumer. On the other hand, what do you mean by customer? Customer means what? Suppose I want dairy milk and I am giving order, or I am giving money to my brother to bring me a dairy milk. So here my brother will be a customer, because he is purchasing dairy milk for me, and here the ultimate consumer is me, because who is consuming the dairy milk? I am consuming the dairy milk. So here the consumer will be the me, and the customer will be the brother. Why my brother will be the customer? Because he is just going to purchase a dairy milk for me. On the other hand, I am consuming the dairy milk, so I am the consumer and my brother will be the customer. So this is the basic difference between consumer and the customer. So we are okay. So here the fifth point is consumer goods and customer goods. Any goods which we are purchasing readily, whatever it is, whatever, phone, television, TV, computer, laptop, table, chair, sofa, bed, all these goods are consumer goods. Because why? These goods are ready made, we just have to pay price and we get goods. On the other hand, what are producer goods? So here producer goods means what? Producer produces goods for customers. Now suppose this shirt is a good for me. This shirt is a goods for me. On the other hand, for producer, what is the goods for producer? For example, for producing the shirt, they need what? They need cotton, fabric, silk, okay. For producing the shirt, what is the demand of producer? First of all, they need for cotton fiber, silk, or any material for which they can produce shirt. So here the goods for the producer will be the cotton, fabric, silk, and you can also include plastics. Why you can include plastic in this? Because some shirts they are using plastics button in shirts, so this is also a raw material which used in producing a shirt. So ultimately for consumer the product is the goods is shirt. On the other hand, for producer, for producing the shirt, they need all these things: cotton, fabric, silk, plastic. Okay, so for producer, all these things fall under goods, and for consumer, the ultimate there is a shirt. I hope you all are clear with this all points. If you are having any doubt, let me know in the comment section. See you in the next class. Thank you.